Soda City Live. Whether you run, walk, or roll, Girls on the Run in Columbia is celebrating movement for all girls. They're hosting their end of the season 5K, and their mission is to inspire local youth to be healthy, happy, and confident. Joining us today with more is the Executive Director of Girls on the Run, Ebony Gatson. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Sierra.
It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Always
Always,
a pleasure.
always a pleasure. You guys might remember her or maybe not, because her children were here not too long ago promoting their shoe drive to keep shoes out of landfill. So just want to put two and two together. But again, we're so glad to have you joining us today to talk about this amazing organization. Talk a little bit more about Girls on the Run and kind of what the organization focuses on.
Sure. So we are an organization that promotes youth development, and we implement physical activity with that. So we serve girls in 3rd through 8th grades, and we just want them to be their best selves.
Yeah, I love that. One of the things that you mentioned is the confidence. And I know for a lot of girls that are starting to develop, you know, you're trying to find yourself, you're trying to figure out where you fit in, and that confidence plays a huge part in that development. And so what I really love about this is you're also encouraging movement for girls of all abilities.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit more about that.
Sure. So as you mentioned with the confidence piece, we know that no two girls are exactly the same. So we have programming that is already tailor-made, so to speak, for girls that walk, run, move. We have girls, again, of all abilities. So they may have a wheelchair or another assistive device that they're just incorporating that movement with. And with that, they have a small community and the team that they're on, and they're all just rooting each other on throughout the season prior to the 5K.
I love that atmosphere of inclusivity, including everybody. And look at the pictures here. We're looking at some of the past year's events. And this year's event is going to be coming up very soon. So Ebony, tell us about this particular race.
Yep, so our Spring 5K is scheduled for Saturday, April 27th. We have an 8 a.m. start time, slightly early, but there will be a coffee truck.
Make sure to wake you up.
Make sure to wake you up. So that will be in Columbia at Strictly Running on Divine Street. And we encourage everyone, so men, women, children of all ages and abilities are definitely welcome to come out and join us.
Perfect, perfect. And how much is it to register or to participate in this particular race?
Sure, so it's $15 to register with no t-shirt and $25 with the t-shirt.
And the proceeds from this event, how does it go back into the organization?
Yep, so the proceeds go back to support scholarships for girls that may not be able to afford the full cost of the program. So we have a very flexible policy where we provide financial assistance to any family that asks. And based on them asking, that's our screening process. So we'd have our 5K to help, you know, raise additional funds to do that.
Great deal, great deal. And tell me how you got involved with this organization. What was it about it that kind of sparked your interest?
Yep, so it was almost one of those things that's too good to be true. I was actually told about the position from a friend, and I said, there's no way that this could be a real job, because just the mission of the organization, it spoke directly to what I believe in on a personal and professional level. So being able to just pour back into girls and seeing, you know, 10-year-old Ebony, and seeing that they're well beyond where I was, just, you know, by nature of participating in our program. So being able to be at the helm of this organization is really an honor.
Beautiful, beautiful. What would you say to that parent who is watching right now and just looking for something to get their children involved in order for them to be a part of this organization?
Yep, just do it. So I get calls from parents all the time, and they say, well, we have this situation going on. Do you think it's a good fit? Or my child isn't a runner. I know the name implies run, but again, we just encourage movement in whatever that looks like for each girl. And we really speak to each girl on a very individual level. So girls have their own personal goals that they're working on, and they have a team that rallies behind them. So they may not be the athlete, they may not have a different social circle, but Girls on the Run truly, truly is for all girls.
I love it because girls run the world. Just kidding. Just joking, but seriously. But Ebony, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to pull the full screen up with the details. Make sure that you register for this race. The deadline is quickly approaching. When is the deadline again, Ebony?
So we're actually taking on-site registration
Okay.
up until the event, but for those that do register online, they're able to do that until the 21st of April.
Perfect, perfect. And we'll be sure to have these details on our website, SodaCityLive.com, as well as our Facebook page, Soda City Living. So make sure you head over to those sites to take a look. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back after this, and we're going to tell you about a cultural event with a nice, sustainable message. We'll stick with us. We'll have more on that when we return.